Hi everybody, Michelle DeAmber here. I thought I'd do another short video on some of my favorites, but this time it is lotions and toothpaste and deodorant and stuff like that. So I am not completely natural, as you can tell from my makeup and my hair. In fact, I put some purple in it this morning. But I believe it's a process. And I've been using natural or fluoride-free toothpaste, I don't know, over a decade, and same with deodorant that's aluminum free. So I'll start with those. And the deodorant thing has been really, I remember my 30s trying to use natural deodorant. I went through all these different deodorants and it just never worked. And I'd go back to the regular deodorant, or I would just maybe use natural when I know I'm not going to sweat. And I kind of went back and forth. And then finally, I'm like, I'm just going to cut this out. And I noticed since I've been detoxing a lot with parasites and stuff and I lost a lot of weight, that I don't smell like it's not an issue recently. So, um, the deodorant I've been using is native. And I didn't like, when I first started using it, I didn't like the regular one. Like I tried the coconut, like all the regular. Then they came out with this candy shop. And this is like, it's blueberry, um, sour berry. And there's something about the berry that just worked well. But then this is like not something that they do all the time. It's promotional. So I haven't been able to find it. I bought like the last of it a year ago on Amazon. And then they recently did a promotional thing, and this one's pineapple. And I like this one. So there's something about the weird, ones like pineapple and blueberry that I guess the fruit works well. So I like those. And then for toothpaste, I change around a lot. Um, I just came across this one. I was researching a company that one of our companies had an investment in like 15 years ago. And I ran across, like when I Googled it trying to get information, I looked up this website and somehow got on it. So I ended up ordering things. And this is some kind of mineral type thing. It doesn't have like a really good taste and it doesn't foam or anything. So that's the only drawback to this, but it has let's see, calcium phosphate, sodium, methyl, whatever, potassium. It's made with minerals. So that's okay. And then I also use David's and Hello, the fluoride free. But I've kind of moved away from the Hello and I've been using David's, and then I was using this one. And then recently, because I saw some videos about how xylitol works well with gums and teeth. And so I ordered this toothpaste and it foams up a lot. And I actually really like this one. So what I've been doing is I brush my teeth like 2 or 3 times a day, is I just kind of switch them around, or I put a couple together. Like I'll put a little bit of this with a little bit of this. So I get the foamy minty, but then I also get the benefits of this one. Then the other thing is, so a month or so ago, when I went to the dermatologist, there was a spot on my back that she said looked like basal cell um, cancer, skin cancer. So she did a biopsy and it was skin cancer. So I had to have that all scraped off my back. It's ironically, it's in a spot that like I can't reach. So probably when I was young and I couldn't get to that to put anything on it, whatever. So I'm trying to find, now I'm a little bit more conscious about the rest of me. Like I make sure that my face is not in the sun, and I'll get into those first. So when I ordered the toothpaste from this one place, I also ordered, and both of these are called ZionHealth, but the website was something else. It was a minerals website. Anyway, this is SPF 50. And this goes on, it has peptides in it, and it goes on kind of smooth. So I will put that on my face. I almost put layers on my face because I do want to protect that. I'm 57. Thankfully, I have good genes and I look young, and then I eat healthy, but I also just really good skincare. I used Arbonne. I still do, and I'll get into those. I started using Arbonne in my, I want to say about 33, 34, so over 20 years. I remember I was doing bookkeeping for this doctor friend of mine. We went to the same church, and she looked over at me when she also did skincare, like microdermabrasions and stuff. And so she's like, Michelle, can I tell you, can I just be a friend to you? And I'm like, sure. And she goes, what do you use on your face? And I'm like, Dial soap. And she's like, looked at me mortified. And I also had this T-zone. At the time I was probably a fast oxidizer. And so I had a greasy T-zone. And she's like, well, you really should take better care of your skin, especially at your age. So she did some microdermabrasions on me. And I think I had like a glycolic acid peel. And then another friend at church sold Arbonne. So I used that and I signed up and I've been using that forever. So I will thank Arbonne for continuing to make my skin look good. So I still use their products, but I kind of mix things around. So one of the Arbonne. It's actually they have different kinds like anti-aging for oily skin and stuff like this. And this is called Derm Results. So I use this as a nighttime cream. And then also I put this one in the shower to wash my face if I want, like if some mascara was left over or something like that, I'll wash my face with this. And the great thing about Arbonne is that their products are very, like, there's not a lot of water in them. So if I were to wash my face with this, I don't need to use a lot. Any of their products, it just goes on, like a little goes a long way. And that's what I appreciate about the products, because they are, more expensive, but they don't fill the products with a bunch of water. And then you feel like you're going through it a lot quicker. So and then there's like, this is a mask that they have as well. I use all different kinds of masks. They also have these scrubbing pads that I can exfoliate my face. I love those. And I think that they help with my skin and wrinkles and stuff like that. I didn't bring that one. And then I mix and mingle oil of Olay. I have some of their products. I also have the to wash my face, the regular. It's kind of creamy and it's I should have brought that in, but I use oil of Olay products as well because they don't have parabens in them and they're more economical. So that's it with the face lotion. So I'll continue with the face. I like this Australian gold. I've been using the tinted. So like I have that on now. It's the tinted moisturizer, or yeah, it's a face tint. I like using face tint. I've never liked cakey makeup on my face. So if I can get something that's tinted, then that's my preference. So I use this. And then I bought this recently because the whole skin cancer thing. Thankfully, the dermatologist said it's like if you're going to get skin cancer, it's the least. Like she didn't have to dig into my back. There was no roots or anything like that. But still, I'm at a point in my life where I want to be more protective of things like my skin. So I still go out in the sun, but I don't go in it like I used to. And if I'm in there for long periods of time, I bought these UV jackets for like when I'm gardening and stuff. But I'll put this. So the biggest issue I have with lotions, the lotions with the SPF is that they're very thick and it's so hard to spread them. This, because it's a 70 and it's more of a, I don't know, this one's a little thicker. So when I put this on, like you can see that white film when I walk Jasmine in the morning, because I don't wear my floppy hat, I wear my baseball cap. I lather my face up with this because I can feel the sun coming in on the side of my face. I might have to consider wearing my floppy hat because I noticed that like I get these, things that I've had burned off. And then this is another faced tinted mineral, and this is SPF 50. I'm not sure. I'll put the names of these in the description. And then this is another, this is Neutrogena, and this is a face, this is 60. So again, I just kind of, sometimes I'll do a little bit of this and I'll mix it with this one together. I mix them together. Then for my body, so that's where it gets tricky. Like my face, I don't mind if I'm dealing with it being a little thicker. But when I'm trying to spread it on my body, like I feel like it's not breathing and stuff. So I did a lot of research on the internet and I finally came across this. It's a 60 and it's I guess it's a little healthier, it says dermatologist test it, but it still can be a little thick. So what I do is I get my regular lotion and like now it's getting a little bit thick, but it still goes on pretty smooth. But I'll do some of this and then I get a little bit of my other body lotion and then I mix them together because I also use a lotion that makes you tan. So I'll mix those together so that I can always have kind of like a light tan on me. Yeah, I like this one. It says protect and hydrate. So I feel it's not too thick. Whereas like this one's thick. See that? Like it just takes a long time to get it on you. And then it's like this film. So I guess if you were to go swimming, something like this would be really good. And that's all I brought up here. So I don't know. I'm not ready to give up some things like hair products and makeup and things like that. But my lotions I'm trying, and then of course the toothpaste and the deodorant. And if you're still feeling like the deodorant, you need regular deodorant, then you probably need to detox, like your lymphatic system, is an issue. It's not draining properly because, I felt like it was an issue a few years ago. And now I was sweating a little bit yesterday and I smelled my armpits and I didn't really smell anything. So I know that I corrected that from detoxing recently. Another thing to do is they say if you're too poofy here. I'm still a little bit poofy there, but if you're not have no indent and it's really poofy, and you can do certain things with skin brushing and stuff like that to try and help drain it. So I think that's all I brought over here. Yeah. I just thought I'd do this short little video. If you have any recommendations, drop them in the comments. And thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching.